In today's video, let's talk about bidding wars. It seems as if everywhere we look, online and social media, in the news, we hear from our co-workers, our friends, properties are once again being underpriced for a bidding war and receiving upwards of 8 to 12 offers. Of course, this obviously means it's a hot market again and bidding wars are running rampant, right? Well, in today's video, I'm actually going to bust some myths. That's right, because in today's video, I'm going to take you through some of the facts with regards to the Toronto real estate market and the GTA real estate market as it pertains to the bidding war strategy. And as always, I'm going to show you from the numbers, the stats, and also from my daily experience as a Toronto real estate agent working with buyers and sellers, the truth about what's happening within the market right now with regards to bidding wars. But before we get into that, hello everyone, this is Sam from SaberiSixRealEstate and Remax Realtor on Realtor Inc. As always, back with another video for you guys here today. On this channel, if you're new to the channel, we love to discuss all things Toronto real estate market oriented, market facts, market trends, market news, building reviews, area analysis, buyer advice, seller advice, tenancy laws, pre-construction previews, I mean so much. So if you find any of this content informative or educational, feel free to subscribe and give this video a like. It really helps with the channel. Lastly, if you have any further questions with regards to Toronto real estate matters, need help buying, selling, or even any simple inquiries whatsoever, feel free to reach out via my contact information, as always, on the screen and in the description box. One second, I'm quite thirsty, I need a sip. So are bidding wars back? Are bidding wars happening again? Because I'm on social media, I'm a content creator, I'm an active Toronto real estate agent. I hear it from all types of clients. I hear it from all types of agents. I see it in my feed. I see it in Blog.to, Toronto Stories, Toronto Real Estate Reddit, Toronto Real Estate Twitter, Toronto Real Estate YouTube, Toronto Real Estate brokerages, actively talking to people every day, buyers, sellers, tenants. Oh my God, Sam, bidding wars are back. Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you and I'm going to show you that the bidding strategy has indeed increased, yet nonetheless, a lot of bidding wars are actually failing and the success rate is mediocre at best. That's part one. Part two, I'm going to show you the bidding wars that are actually working, the properties that are actually getting 13, 15 offers, selling 200, 300K above asking. The end result, the sold price they end up achieving is still significantly lower and cheaper than the peaks of the market or when the market was much hotter. So to do this exercise, we can't just take a look at how many bidding wars have been successful. We have to take a look at all the failed bidding wars because yes, there have been many failed bidding wars that have happened just within the last 3 to 4 days. At the time of recording of this video, it's February 18th. And I'm going to show you. Here you're looking at all the failed bidding wars that occurred within the Toronto and GTA real estate market in the last couple of days. In total, we see 40 properties that failed a bidding war and multiple offer attempt. How do we know this? Well, because we have two columns. We have the original price and the new and current list price. And in all cases, the original price is less than the new and current list price. This clearly indicates to us that they first attempted a bidding strategy which was not successful by underpricing the property. And then as a result, when they received no offers or very little offers, they increased the price to around what they were expecting or what they assume the market value of the property to be. Let's take an example, for instance. We see this unit in 219 Dundas Street East, unit 1709. Initially, they adopted the bidding strategy, listing at $639,000, were not successful, and now they have relisted around market value at $728,000. In many cases, these properties are going to end up selling around what they've listed at as their new price now. And you would have to understand, a comparable property that is listed under market value that is going to actually sell in any of these buildings or on any of these streets with multiple offers is going to sell around the same range as these properties at their new price. So this is a further point to say that those properties, those listings within the Toronto real estate market and the GTA real estate market that are actually successfully selling at bidding, receiving multiple offers, the end result in terms of the end sold price is about the same they would have achieved Otherwise, if they just adopted the straightforward approach. And to add further clarification, there is more out there, right? Because keep in mind, these are the properties for sale. These are the homes for sale within the city of Toronto that attempted a bidding war and failed and had to price change. There are a ton out there that attempted a bidding war, and when they failed, they didn't price change, they just simply terminated the listing, meaning they went on market around market value as a new listing, not the old listing that has now been price changed. So this 40 is not an exhaustive list. I would probably have to venture to say, and keep in mind, I'm grabbing these numbers now from the air, obviously from my experience, there's probably another 30 to 40 listings that failed to sell at bidding, but instead of price changing, they just relisted it under a new listing. Now, as always on this channel, I'm about to say my catchphrase. Those who have watched this channel for a long time are either about to smile or vomit, because I like to repeat this literally every single video. But I don't only go based upon the stats, the numbers, the facts. I am also an active real estate agent working within the Toronto real estate market. I am busy 7 days of the week. I'm working with buyers, sellers, tenants, landlords. So I also have knowledge, not just from the quantitative and the numbers, but the qualitative, my everyday experience as a professional Toronto real estate agent working with clients. And let me tell you a quick story. This is where I'm going to show you that even those properties that are successfully selling at bidding, what do I mean by that? Well, I was lucky enough, blessed enough to work with a couple of great buyers. They're first generation immigrants. They've been here for 5-7 years. They're very hard workers. They had rented up to now, and they had finally saved enough to purchase a property, the fruits of their labor. And we visited many properties. I told them there is no rush, but obviously, as I have said, the bidding strategy, there's no question about it, has returned. As a result, in the area we were looking, out of, I would probably have to say, 10 listings that were appropriate for them, 6 or 5 were for bidding. And every time I show these properties, I get notifications of how many offers they get on offer night. There was this one particular property that was below their budget, but it needed a lot of work. So we thought, you know what, get something much cheaper, much below your budget, so you can do work inside the property. Ultimately, I came to them, I said, look, I think the fair market value for this property is this range. However, if this property ends up getting many offers, a crazy amount of offers, I don't think it's worth going in, because we should not be competing in today's market. In today's market, you can afford to be patient. So what was that property in question? Well, let me show you. The property in question was this one, 58 Dusatel Crescent. As you guys can see, it was listed at $619,000 here. It ended up selling with 15 registered offers at $750,000. Now, some quick facts about the property. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-washroom property. It is a linked detached. My clients were looking for a proper detached, but here we saw, look, we can get a linked for much cheaper. It might be worth investigating this as an opportunity, maybe getting something linked for much cheaper so you can put aside a little bit more money on renovations, and furthermore in the future, some other investments. But clearly we did not go down that route because we were looking at 15 offers. It makes 0 sense. But keep this in mind, a 3-bedroom, 2-washroom, 2-story, linked, detached property, 2 drive spaces, 3 parking spaces in total. And as we go through the pictures here with you guys, the property needed a lot of work, right? I mean, it's not completely out of the question. It's not completely uninhabitable, but it needs renovations. It needs work, especially for a linked property, right? The kitchen is outdated. The layout is decent. There's definitely a lot of potential with this type of layout, but the carpets need to be replaced. The wallpaper needs to be replaced. And this property, once again, received how many offers? 15 offers, right? I mean, the location is great. I don't doubt the location. It was perfect for what my clients were looking for, but clearly needs a lot of work. So you look at this, you're like, wow, this property that's linked, detached, only 3 bedrooms, 2 washrooms, listed for $619, received 15 offers, sold for $750,000. The bull market is back. The market's on fire again. Oh my God, we have lost our opportunities. My FOMO's acting up. Well, guess what? You can't just look at this one sale. You have to look at what has sold in the past on the same exact street. And that's exactly what I did. And mind you, did it even before ever showing the property, because that's part of my process. Before I show properties to clients, I always take notes. I always do my due diligence to know the most about the property, the most about the neighborhood, and the most about the street. Nonetheless, take a look at this. 82 de Sattel. This had the asking price of $819,000 and sold for at bidding for $980,000, nearly $1 million. And what was different about it? Well, very little. It was also a 3-bedroom, albeit 3+1, 2-washroom, also a 2-story detached linked property. The lot sizes were the exact same size as well. Both were at 22 by 109. The only minor difference is once again the +1. And as we can see in the pictures, this was in somewhat superior condition. It's not as if it was renovated with the most luxurious finishes and the latest styles and trends, but definitely, to be fair, much better condition than the first one that me and my clients visited. And this sold during peak market. How many peaks was that? A lot, but definitely a lot of peaks, because this sold for $980,000 during peak market. So this should put in perspective that the one that just recently sold with 15 offers at the asking of $619,000 with the sold price of what, $750,000? That means absolutely nothing about the market, because guess what things were selling at a year before, and when the same bidding war strategy was applied at $980,000. Maybe I'm not being clear enough here, so let me summarize everything and condense it to a simple sentence. 2 properties that are almost exactly the same number of bedrooms, same number of washrooms, same frontages and same depths in terms of the lot, same exact street. Only difference is one is in a slightly better condition. Both applied a bidding war strategy. One sold for $750,000. The other last year sold for $230K more. Why am I so animated right now? I've had a lot of coffee. I'm not usually this hyped. But anyways, the point here is, first I established that the bidding war is back as a strategy, but the success rate is lower than you think. So do not be fooled, because we went through the failed bidding wars. Then I have now established through one example, and there's many more examples out there, that the bidding wars that are actually selling, the number of offers they're receiving says very little about the market. It says only to the extent of low inventory being an issue, because the end result in terms of the price it ends up being sold at is still historically far lower than they were last year. And number 2, still around the same range they would have sold otherwise if they just adopted the straightforward strategy. But anyways, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Bidding wars back? Am I wrong? As always, you can find my contact information in the description box. Feel free to get in touch with me. I am passionate about real estate, and I do believe, honestly, no one puts more effort into knowing the market, studying the market, and representing and negotiating on the behalf of the clients than me, but you can be the judge of that. So feel free to get in touch with me for any real estate inquiries. And also, as always, I appreciate the fact that you take the time to watch my videos, watch my content. It means a lot to me, because your time is of value to you. There's so much content out there, and for you to take the time to watch my stuff, that says, you know what, I'm on the right path. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay tuned. See you next time.